everybody, I am Serhan and I am an ELT. I have been teaching English for the last 15 years and today I will start teaching English to you. I know we are all beginner, so I want to use very simple sentences to make you better understand and understand everything clearly. But before learning the verb to be, we must learn the word order in an English sentence because the word order in an English sentence is different from many other languages. So we must start learning English language by learning the simple word order first. If you ask what does a word order mean, it means every element of the sentence is in its correct place. I mean every elements of the sentence is in a sequence. So we start a simple positive sentence in English with the subject and then we use a verb and if necessary we use an object. Before starting the lesson, please find the meanings of these components in your dictionary. These elements of a sentence are very important to learn English correctly. I mean the English grammar. We have to know the meaning of these elements, of these components. We start a simple sentence with a subject pronoun. Subject pronouns are the nouns used instead of names or nouns. For example, if I want to talk about myself, I use the subject I. If I want to talk about for a man or for a boy, I use the pronoun he, and for a woman or for a girl I use she, and I use it for a thing and an animal. These are the singular pronouns. We have also plural pronouns like we means me and you, and we have the pronoun you. It has both singular and plural meaning, and it defines the people we are talking, and we have the other plural pronoun for people and animals, they. These are the plural pronouns. And after the subject pronoun, we use a verb like speak or talk or learn. And after the verb, we use an object if necessary. For example, if I want to make a sentence, I say, I speak English or I learn English. Now I have a positive, simple sentence. Or I can say, I play football. As you see, in every sentences in English, there must be a verb. In every sentence, we need a verb. If there is no verb, there is no grammatically correct sentence. For example, if I want to tell my name, I can say I John, but someone who speaks English or who is a native speaker can understand that I want to tell about my name. But here in this sentence, I have a subject and I have a noun, but I don't have a verb. Or if I want to talk about my age, I'm 18 years old. Again, you can understand, but since I don't have a verb here, these sentences are grammatically incorrect. So what I do if there is no verb? If there is no verb, we use the verb to be. I go to the verb to be and I ask for help. I say, I want to make a sentences and I know in English sentence there must be a verb, and if there is no verb, to be can help us. It is a very important verb in English. To be has many forms. To be has many uses. Sometimes we use it as a main verb and sometimes we use it as an auxiliary verb. Here in this lesson, we will use the verb to be as a main verb because we won't have a main verb, so it will be our main verb during this lesson. So I start the sentence with a subject. Now let's try to make sentences in English. For example, I want to tell my name. I say I Serhan. As you know, we must follow with a verb. Here I don't have a verb. So what I do, I go to verb to be, and to be changes into am is are at present or now according to depending on my subject. If I use the subject I, to be changed into am. Now I can make a sentence, I am Serhan. Or if I want to tell about my job, I am a teacher. And I want to tell my age now, I am 35 years old. And I can even tell where I am from, and I can talk about my physical appearances. I am tall, I am short. Here we need a verb, but we don't need a verb like speak or talk. So what I do, I go to verb to be, and it changes into am, is, are depending on my subject. Here I use the subject I, so to be changed into am at present or the moment I have been. Let's go on. We start with subject. Here we have the subject singular and plural. Then we use the verb to be as am, is, are. If the subject of the sentence is I use am. And if I have the singular third person pronouns, I use is. And if we have plural pronouns, we use are. And for short, I can write here as you see, and I can pronounce it as I am, she is, and we, you, they are. Then I can use a noun, I can use an adjective, or I can use a preposition. For example, let's try to make sentences together. I am Serhan, I am talking about my name, and I am Mary, I am talking about my name again. I am 18 years old, I can talk about my age. I am fat, I can talk about my physical appearances, and I can tell where I am. I am at home, I am at work, or I can even tell how I feel. I am cold. And if you use these subjects, you have to use is, and if you use plural subject pronouns, you have to use are. All the sentences are called noun clauses, which we form with the verb to be, because we don't have any action verbs. We just talk about the cases and situations. And we can say to be is a stative verb. It doesn't tell any movement. It doesn't tell any action. It is a stative verb because we just talk about the cases and situations. After the verb to be, I can use nouns. Nouns are words used as the name of a person, animal, place, state, or thing. And after the verb to be, I can use an adjective. Adjectives are words which describes nouns. And I can use preposition after the verb to be. Prepositions are nouns. We put before a noun or pronoun to show how it is related to another word like in, on, at, etc. So if we make sentences again, here I am John, I am using a noun, and she is 18. 18 here is an adjective. It is cold, cold is an adjective, and happy, we are happy is an adjective again, and you are a beautiful girl. As you see, we use an adjective again, we put before a noun, and it describes a noun, and I can use a preposition to tell where I am or where someone is. Here they are at school, we are talking about where they are. In negative sentences, we use not. Not is a word that makes a sentence negative. Here we use the not after the verb to be, and I am not Serhan. We can use it in a short form like I am not, and we can use is not for short isn't and are not for short aren't. And now, as you see, all the sentences are in a negative form. So if you want to make interrogative sentences, I mean questions, we also call these sentences yes no questions because they don't ask for information. They only ask if the situation is true or false. So what we do to make a question sentence, we use the verb to be before the pronouns. Am I, is he, is she, is it? Or are we, are you, are they? And now all the sentences are in question form. And we answer these questions for short by using yes, no. For example, if I ask, am I Serhan? I can answer for myself, yes, I am. Is he married? Yes, he is. Are we fat? No, we aren't. So, after all, you can introduce yourself in English with the verb to be. But you must learn many words because if you know more words, you can make more sentences. For example, today we have learned to introduce ourselves by using the verb to be. I am Serhan and I am a teacher. I am from Turkey. I am married. I am 38 years old. I am not short and I am not fat. And if you want to talk about a man or a boy, you can use the subject he, but you must use the to be as is because this is the third singular person. He's Serhan and he's a teacher. He's from Turkey. He's married. He's 38 years old. He is not short and he is not fat. And that is all for today. Today we have learned to make sentences by using the verb to be. And in a positive, in a negative, and in question sentences, we have used the verb to be at present as am is are depending on my subject. I hope you understood all and hope to see you next lesson.